Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another Q&A video from the team at Grant Thornton. Through these videos, we hope we can provide business with some really practical guidance to help you through the COVID-19 pandemic. My name is Jim Copeland, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer at Grant Thornton LLP. Today, I'm pleased to be joined by Tara Benham, and Tara is Grant Thornton's National Tax Leader. So welcome, Tara.
Thanks, Jim.
So Tara, the federal government through the Department of Finance has announced pretty extensive economic and tax measures for employers and employees to help mitigate the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. I know today you're going to provide us with some of your thoughts around what some of those initiatives are, and maybe I'll kick this off with the first question around what the main concerns are that you're hearing from our clients.
That's a great question. And really, there's so much change going on right now that our clients really don't know what is going on. I have restaurants that closed their doors and then they opened their doors to deliver takeout food with people driving up and then walking out and giving it to them. My partner owns 2 physiotherapy clinics. On Friday, he closed, and on Tuesday, he opened again to do video conferencing with the patients there. A lot of our other businesses and clients, retailers, manufacturers, they're simply closing and not going to open until the duration passes. They're really asking about the people and how can I help my people? That is their first and foremost concern. And once we get to that next question, what's the next question is, with all of this change in labor and employment going on in my business, what does it look like for my business and how can I help it? So that's really the 2 things that the clients are asking right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great observation. I mean, right now, we're in a period of time where there's an extraordinary lack of clarity, and that just causes a tremendous amount of anxiety, and that really does impact all of our people. So maybe the next question I'll ask you is what programs the government maybe has announced relative to helping employees?
There's primarily 5 programs. Well, actually, there's 6 programs. So there's basic EI, and then there's 5 programs that have either been retooled or announced as fresh that are going to relate to how are we supporting our employees. And a lot of these in last week's announcements, which was the $82 billion support package, which this morning, so March 25th, was announced, it's gone up to $107 billion. Of those measures, a portion of them are directly related to employees and supporting them. So the 3 main ones that I'm really finding people are asking about is just basic EI, and I won't go into that because it really isn't new, and it's just launching into it massive amounts of applications. The 2 that are a little bit more interesting, and they're not new programs, but they have been retooled and tweaked for COVID and the application. The first one is work sharing. So if you look at that program, employers are really interested in it and how we can support our employees. It's really, let's say you have 2 employees and now you only have to have 50% of the work. How can you create a place where those 2 employees can keep their jobs and still get support from the government, meaning go on EI? So what they've got is this program called work sharing, and essentially both of those employees can go down to 50% and still claim EI. So that's a great program. The other one that we're really looking at is called the Supplemental Employment Benefit Program. And this, once again, is an older program, but it has been retooled for COVID. And it's, if you look at mat leave, when a woman or a man goes on mat leave or paternity, the employer is able to top them up to 95% of their salary, and they can still claim EI. So what this has done is it's expanding that, or more to the point, utilizing that program so that it can cover off more of the people impacted. So those are really the 3. Then there's, of course, the one that was announced this morning, and that's the Canada Emergency Response Benefit. And it really is meant for people who aren't able to work. They don't get sick leave, they're taking care of others, or they're not qualifying for EI. So that one's getting a lot of traction and a lot of attention right now, and we'll really need to explore it because it's new.
Okay, thank you. And I guess what are some of the other tax and legislative measures? We've talked a lot about programs. What are some of the tax and legislative measures to provide relief to Canadians and Canadian business that have been introduced by the government so far?
Tax, they've given another additional GST credit. They've given childcare benefits. There's deferrals on paying your mortgages, lots of other financing, and that type of kind of acknowledgement that cash flow is really going to be a problem.
Tara, that was great. Thank you so much for your time and your thoughts on what I think is a pretty important topic and on a lot of Canadians' minds right now. And thanks to our viewers for joining us. Just a reminder to visit our COVID-19 hub on our website at www.grantthornton.ca, and certainly follow us on social media for the latest updates, and please stay safe.